Hello, folks. I'm the Red. This is Hollywood Animal. And last we left off, we were fighting off the. I don't know why I'm clicking on this. We were fighting off the Film Alliance, who were trying to add an element to the code that would prevent us from releasing our Toxic Avenger movies. They really just don't want those Toxic Avengers coming out. But our first one's soon to be finished here. Actually, I know why I was clicking on this. It's because our constant banquets are the only thing that fought off uh that push to shut us down. Something you didn't know about Charlie? Oh, this is actually a significant movie. Joe Hughes has found the cap of his skill. Hopeless romantic. This is a interesting enough movie. Let's go ahead and shelve it for the moment. Lewis Matthews. You're actually kind of a poor director. I'm gonna say let's discuss your contract with us. But I'm gonna give you a 3-movie contract for 80,000, and I don't know when the next time we're going to actually give you a movie is. I'm not gonna give you any medical coverage, anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm gonna say we're gonna give you 80,000. You're bookmarked for us. You can't work for anyone else, but you might want to find another job in the meantime too, because I don't know if you're ever going to actually get another movie to direct. I mean, you could reject the contract and go somewhere else, but you won't, obviously. I'm pausing out of hesitation that I don't really need at this point in the game. What I should probably do is think about shoving another movie through production. Let's go with something good. Condemned to Adventure. What is this? There's a little bit of horror. There's a little bit. It's mostly a drama, a dramatic thriller. There's a little bit of horror, a little bit of detective. Interesting. It's not a great movie. How much are screenwriters right now? Are there any that are, good and free? And Lester is a 6.7. The guy I'm looking at the bottom tier here. Wow. You all are like days left on your contract. So if I went boom. This is Oscar. Well, you know what? Oscar. For you, let us go 3-year contract. You asking for $1 million for 3 years. What if I say I want you for 3 movies? Yeah, you're asking 600,000. I think this might cost us less in the long term. If I start hiring people for per movie contracts, because we're just kind of slowing down our actual production. And there's no way that we can get 4 stars out of shooting on location right now. So Producers. I can go Sydney as 1. And, Ricky is another. As for our directors, drama, thriller, your drama, unrequited love. If I hire someone new, you're conceited and arrogant. Although that's pretty good. Elmer, honestly, what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, I want you to direct 3 movies for us, pay you $250,000 for that promise. Well, I don't think this is going to be one of them. I think I'm going to give this to... I know I just said I'm not going to give Lewis another movie, but I'm like, do I give it to him? Ah, fine. Elmer. Oh, actually. Jasper, you're on a time contract. As for a clumsy oaf, I want a clumsy oaf for drama. You haven't done any drama recently. You haven't been a clumsy oaf recently, Howard. And for a murderer, Shane. Go ahead and take the role. Our annual report. Total amount, 1 million. 1 million, general expenses. Basically, if we did nothing else, if we shut down our studio, it would cost us $1 million. If we, not shut down our studio, if we didn't actually produce any movies, send anything out, do anything with any movies, it would still cost us $1 million to continue to run the studio, which is good. We're now third most. Ooh, you guys are in debt. Had the 3rd highest amount of money in our pocket. I can't. I want to just be able to pay out up front. Set it aside, but Okay, so box office success, Silent Storm. It looks like Silent Storm is going to be our real... Yeah, Silent Storm, a fan favorite. It Lurks in the Shadow is secondary. The 3rd. All of our studio heads got a lot of experience. Very nice. Ernest, established as an action director. Duelist Haven. It's a little weird that it didn't cap out. Like, Terry, I guess you're not that great of a writer. I'm not gonna bother sending this. It's close enough to being capped out that it doesn't need anything. He You're asking for $700 a month. Come on, guy. I want to give you more. I don't want to give you more. Setup distribution. You're getting 3,000 screenings at this juncture. No rentals. Harry, you're a cinematographer. You're a 4.4 star cinematographer. Don't ask too much. 100,000, and you're in the same boat as you're getting 3 movies. Not yearly anymore. Because we'll know when the next time we're gonna actually use you. Anthony Campbell. And you're in the same exact thing. Lowbrow humor. I don't think that was one of the things we needed for the Trash King elements. Banquets, done. Thomas, you're a 6-star cinematographer. Which means... Yeah, let's cut it like... Well, no, let's say 3 years. Up until you're 59, all going on 60. I gotta remember, hold a banquet. All the time. Constantly. A heart return, 12 weeks, you're getting 1% and distribution. Oh, in addition to being actioned, a heart return, go ahead, perform analytics on this. Silver coins, bandits are fresh again. Vincent Brooks, you're a producer. Producers, I'm definitely putting onto movie contracts at your skill level. Silver. Ooh. Finish that. Hit pause. Curse! There we go. Oh, and we actually have numerous writers here ready to go. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for ideas. Historical writer and a thriller. You're historical. This is historical. It takes place in the modern American city, but I'm gonna write something. And then your action thriller. I mean, it's in the countryside, but sure, whatever. Write it. And then silver coins. Multiple times I've tried to click on you, but gotten interrupted. Wow, you have gone... We've spent over $1 million just in production. No one gained any experience. Let's go ahead and start post. And... sorry, but we're giving this to our best people because it could still use a little bit of improvement. We've got 2 movies that are going to be entering production here in a second, and I want to space them out. 1938 Pollux. What was it? It was Silent Storm. We know that was one. And then It Lurks. What was the third one? Oh, I should have maybe paid more attention. That doesn't say anymore. Okay, no, it does say 10 spot critical. Okay. So this is popular, critical, and then monetary. So Star-Crossed Lances didn't top. A Heart didn't top. 3 Shifts was 9th in terms of popularity. This was 10th critically and commercially. This is 9th critically. Okay, so Watch the Skies got a B plus the Kino mark. So did you. I'm gonna go Watch the Skies for best film. Okay. The problem with promoting is it takes so much influence. That's really it. That's really the only reason I'm not going to be promoting any of them. Why they have to just sort of win on their own. Again, It Lurks was very good. And cinematographers. Bruce is a 7-star cinematographer. Homer is an 8-star, so... Best Actor. Silent Storm's obviously one. It Lurks in the Shadows, obviously another. And then I guess I'll give it to 3 Shifts here. Best Actress, we've only got the 2 options. Best Director, again, Silent Storm gets 1 slot. It Lurks in the Shadow gets the other. And then Director, Anthony Campbell versus Will Doyle. Will Doyle. Best Screenplay, Silent Storm, It Lurks in the Shadows, and Heart Returned or Star-Crossed Lance. I think I'll be giving the shot there. Because yeah, if we try to promote these, it's going to eat our influence, and we need to save our influence in case the Film Alliance again tries to screw us. Oh. Interesting. Strength and weaknesses. Strength. Pete Hodges' weaknesses. Lydia Globe. Okay. That's interesting. I really don't like the sound effects they're repeating. That's kind of annoying, but I can also, you know, post hoc watch that back. Let's say, yeah, no. You can just start production like that. Our production emergency search for a double. We can now do flexible schedules. We can now research flexible schedules. And A Town with No Name. Let's start production on this. You also get security. Star-Crossed Lances in week 8 is going 6%. It's 3, 9, 18, 180. Let's go set up distribution, and you're going 200. 200. 200. Pollux. Wow. We got pushed out of best film for these trash? Okay, not my problem. That's actually, I mean, A minus the Kino mark, but what, how? Is it because the Gernstein brothers paid to promote these? Bobby! Really? Yeah, we'll attend this ceremony. There's no reason to snub it just because I feel like we got snubbed. Bob Gray hurt my daughter Esmeralda. There's an actor. That's an actor at your studio, right? I won't go into the details, but we need him severely punished. Scum would already be in the hospital, but you're my friend, and he's your man. I figure you want to deal with it yourself. We won't release anything the actor is in for 1 year. Bob, this feels wrong. I mean, Libidinous, he's a horn dog, but he's not violent. He's not a hothead. Conceited. It seems just a touch out of character, and I know we get this shot here of her. But one, I'm wondering how much this is diegetic, how much this is like, oh yeah, no, we are literally seeing that he gave her a black eye, and she is saying he's the one that gave me a black eye. At which point, I would be happy to go, yeah, let's fire him. But if this is not diegetic, if this is just like, well, this is the scene that he's painting with words, but we don't actually see it. As in, we don't see it literally with our own eyes. We just hearing him describe, like, hey, he beat her. I mean, he doesn't even say that. He just says, hurt her. I won't release anything the actor's in for 1 year. I don't know much about the movies biz. I hope that hurts him enough. Bob Gray, 1 year. Okay. It's almost Valentine's. Next is some kind of spring movie. So Bob Gray's not. We've just basically got to pay attention that we're not releasing any Bob Gray movies for a year. This is a daring adventure bandit. There's a love interest. It's a Wild West romance. Let's go with that poster. I think we've seen a poster almost exactly like that, save for the fact that I mean, maybe, save for the fact that the daring adventure or whatever it is, the guy there was different. Film printing, Irvi print it. Give me 16. We'll rent a couple thousand more. I haven't been paying attention to the actual whether or not we've been releasing enough screenings. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, get the regular schedule on this, but I'm gonna close this real quick. And okay, well, we can't check it now. From now on, I'm going to pay a little more attention. Year again, nothing burger of a movie, nothing specifically that I'm thinking about that'll help. Confirm. Banquet's done, which means that we need to hold a banquet. Cast a spell on me. Four stars. 4 stars. Bone Grinder gave it 1, but that's to be expected. Bone Grinder gives a lot of 1s. We didn't actually spend a lot producing this movie. The vast majority of it was in promotion. Made Rivals stale. Made a couple of movies in production. Lydia, you can take whatever you want. New story element not found. Terry. As an actor, where do you stand? 6.5. Wild West, hopeless romantic. Wild West movies aren't lending themselves to romance, but you got a hopeless romantic in the lead, so maybe it'll still be good. Okay, cast a spell on me. At 20,000, it's doing 85%. So 20,000 seems like it's still, or maybe 18,000. Seems like it's a good first week release. Star-Crossed Lances, 5%. You can end distribution. I want a performance analysis on this. Here's the Pollux. 1938. 6th Annual Pollux Awards. My name is Harlem Starsurf, and it's great to see you. You'll never believe what I just heard from a producer backstage. It won't be long before all our movies are in color. I think that's ridiculous. What's the point of color film if they only hire white actors? First, nominees for Best Actor. The winner is... hard to tell who it's going to be. Bobby Martin. Peeping ain't good. Next nominee for Best Actress. The winner is... Francesca Ramirez. Nominees for Best Director. Winner is... Will Doyle for Watch the Skies. He had earned one a while back, but didn't get one. I forget whether it was I think it may have been because it was a year before the Pollux came out, and I thought he really deserved it. I was like, he should have gotten one, but the Pollux weren't running yet. Anyways, he's got one now. Nominee for Best Cinematography, Homer Warren, Watch the Skies. Nominees for Best Film, Deprived of Any Talent. Yeah, this was the one movie I said that really kind of could compete with ours. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again next year. So Will Doyle got us some influence. Maybe next year, where if our influence is continuing to run like this, maybe next year we'll push something. Yeah, pay our $2 million in taxes. You're established as a dramatic actor and a daring adventurer. Was that what the role was? You got the Pollux. Okay, your Pollux isn't listed yet. So now if I go actors, Joanne. Wait, what? Shouldn't you have a Pollux here? Best Director, Best Cinematography. You got nominated as Best Actress. You did not actually win the award. I forgot about that. Okay. Confused me for a hot second. This is our 100th script that has been written. Oh, it's a trash movie. Like, it's obviously going to be... Oh, but it's also got stale elements. What's the stale elements? Damsel in Distress? It'll probably be off stale when we release. I'm not going to send this to the script doctor. Like... Let's just start it. Like, what are we waiting for? Like, this is not... We're not doing this for some great art. This is trash. Right? I'm Warren, you just got a Pollux. You're gonna work on this. Let's... consider what we might want. Oh, that's not. Like, literally none of these are things. I mean, I don't see any reason to hold ourselves up in production here. Although our costume's going to hold us up in production anyways, right? So let's say give it 30 days tops. Filming tech, sound tech, extras, costumes, crew, producers. Who are we filming as the Toxic Avenger? Toxic Revenger. I mean, it's Pete, right? Who would we consider hiring someone new? Peter Holland, we're not allowed to touch you, right? You're the one that was bugged. I mean, maybe he's unbugged now. I don't know. No, it's Peter Hodges. Damsel in distress. Joanne Spencer. That's your kind of role. The femme fatale. Hazel, sure. And our heartless bureaucrats. Let's say, Edward, why don't you take that? Producers. Well, let's start with the director. This is sci-fi, horror, thriller. Our elements include social rejection and struggle for a better life. Your social rejection. Trying to grab this and failing repeatedly. Why don't you do it? Billy. And Roger, I'll give this to you. Now what you got a Pollux for? Rings on every finger? That was one of ours, right? Yeah, it was best film. Got a bunch of nominations, only got best film. Okay, well, here we go. Let's start that. And then I want to test Story Workshop. Create a sequel. Okay, so we do have to wait for it to come out. Before we can start writing sequels. Archie Beagle. You're saying 8 across the board. No one's gaining a level from this. I put it into post. Actually, this is 8. Let's start post. Maybe I could have given shoddier ones to other people, but I don't know. I don't feel like it. I don't feel like it's necessary. But new script. It's a little stale already. Boone Brooks. As story, it can get up to 7. I'm gonna just shelve it. I mean, sure, send it to the script doctor. As for our writers, you... Wait, what? Oh, we hired someone to write that script, didn't we? Um, and what was the other script that we just did? Uh, Finding Your Man, Boone Brooks. We also wrote someone to write that script. Okay. Um, Banquet, done. Your 4 weeks, 40%, so 4,000. Setup distribution, 4,000. No rentals. 4,000. 2,000 in rentals. 2,000 in rentals. Yeah, Star-Crossed Lances did best with young audiences. There was nothing bad about it. It was all good. Romantic with popcorn limbs. Okay. Wait, hold on. Is it already banned by the... Or literally... Is literally everything going to be... Start off being banned? Shelve this idea. I didn't even look at that idea. Okay. First, this has to be handled. Herbert McCarthy rewrote half the lines in the script. He told the screenwriter that whoever wrote it was a total idiot. Which is gonna piss off the writer, but he's not one of our writers. It'll also slow down filming, but we'll make the whole thing higher quality. Okay. I mean, I'm fine with all of that. Banquet. 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 I mean, I know our influence is like, it's getting up there, but... Oh, the other thing was, as a writer, Terry, you're historical. This is horror with a lovable rogue. And then Maurice. Maurice is actually pretty good. Joe Sullivan is a historical writer, but what I'm considering is a sequel to something, say Silent Storm. Historical, so something detective oriented. Detective oriented, but not and we'd be better searching. Oh, that's engineering. This, it's kind of buried. What are these? It Looks in the Shadow is a detective movie. Which, sure, I'll write a sequel to that. It Lurks in the Shadows. And the music is going to cut out here for just a second. While I actually have prepared a list of names to use, so I'm no longer just sitting here going, what do I name characters? Okay, you are an angry... Well, let's start with our detective. And let's go Raymond. Our evil monster. Uh, Janice. Janice White. Look at the gray hair, and I'm thinking like a total snow theme. Damsel in distress. Virginia. And then our angry boss, a supporting character. Gerald looks like a good name. And I'm just giving them mostly first names. Because I didn't prepare any last names, and I'm just thinking for a moment. Well, maybe I'll come back to this. It lurks in darkness. Okay. So we're gonna cut the damsel in distress. This is a modern American town. Let's say we're basically gonna cut the love interest out. Largely as just she's left the town. Protagonist. His revival is just sort of a blank surprise. It's like he crawls out of the grave or whatever, wherever he took her down with him. He's a detective, right? Let's see. Kill the antagonist this time. Curse. And shootout. As for genres, a lot less thriller, a lot more action. Well, okay. Well, we wanted the detective elements in there. say... I feel like I'm making a mess of this movie. Uh... Yeah, it sounds silly. Virginia will... Okay, Saving the Beloved. Uh... Very generic names. But all I'm doing there is, having it be obvious that they are related there. Rather than the antagonist getting killed, yeah, let's have the antagonist get killed. Select screenwriter. This was going to go to you deliberately. Maurice? We were also wanting to give Terry a movie here. And I think, Terry, I'm just going to have you search for another thing. And I've got to, again, cut out the sound for a hot second to make sure that my recording is still doing good. And it is. Obviously, you know that, but I didn't. We've had a movie named this before, and it's a meh movie. I am just going to send it to the script doctor, make something of it. Pete, sorry. You want... You're... let me double check. You're a 7-star director, producer. If I said 3 more movies, you want $250,000, take that without any bonuses. And we're gonna put a little pause here. The Heartless and the Hero is... I mean, it's getting there. We're working on it. It's, I'm assuming that these are the sending things to... Okay, I noticed this earlier, a couple recordings ago, that the bug that we had where movies were staying on this list have fixed themselves. These movies are... I'm assuming that these are our post-release examinations. I forget exactly what it called it. The post-release analytics. And that, whenever I close the game and restart it, those will also disappear, I'm assuming. Hoping, because otherwise this is going to become a mess of just little tiny tabs that mean absolutely nothing. But, That's all concerns for the future. The Heartless and the Hero, this will come out this year, and then we will just start writing all sorts of sequels. I'll probably write like a bunch of sequels at once. Honestly, what I should probably do, I don't know. I don't know what I should do. I think what I will do is we'll film a bunch of things that are like in the, you know what? You'll see what'll happen. If you've enjoyed this Let's Play so far, go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time where we will probably get around to releasing this. It'll probably get pushed right to the front of the queue, just so that we can start working on the sequels, because it has to be released for us to write the sequels. But other than that, I think I'm gonna handle it. I'm probably just gonna wing it. I'm not gonna think too hard about it. But I'll see you there.